Hi folks, the blood work from last Monday, 3 values to talk about. The hemoglobin is at 7.2. It dropped from 7.9 last week. We might need a blood transfusion going into this week. We'll see. I feel real good, real energetic. They mentioned if I felt kind of lethargic, I might need to go in earlier. We'll just see what happens on Monday. The creatinine comes in nice. Very good at 1.44 versus 1.53 last week. So again, so far no effects on the kidneys negatively from the cancer making that little bit of move up. But again, next week, Monday, we'll run those definitive assays on the M protein to see where we're at. So far we just have indirect measurements. That third measurement I want to talk about is that total serum protein, pretty much almost the same as last week. 11.3 grams per deciliter versus 11.1 grams per deciliter. So again, that M protein is convoluted in that series of proteins, but you can't make too many assessments based on that. But the fact that number is virtually the same is good news. Again, we'll see how that plays out next week. Now, as I alluded to here in the title, I'm going to revisit the last phase 1 that we've completed with oral meds. One thing I found very interesting, and if you were to ask me what quantity of oral meds did you take over that chemotherapy period of the last 10 to 11 months, and I would say a lot. But what is a lot? Well, I'm going to show you with a slow motion video what a lot of oral meds are. Just so happens that back in September I started saving all the empty bottles, both prescription and non-prescription meds, when I finished them, and put them in a bag. The bag got filled up, I put them in a second bag. As that bag filled up, put them in a third bag just a month ago, and would you believe it was actually a grocery bag. So I'm gonna stop here and cut to that video. Okay folks, here's my shopping bag with the empty med bottles. Let's see what we have. See, I wasn't lying, it's actually in a shopping bag. Well, we got a few loose ones that made it out of there, but I think that picture still says it all. Reminds me of a battlefield after an artillery strike, artillery barrage, with all the empty artillery shells laying about. That's essentially what we have here, right? These are the empty artillery shells of our war on cancer after the 10-11 months of chemotherapy. All I can say is, wow, that just blew my mind. It was unbelievable. I've never seen that quantified in that particular way. Clearly that's a lot of oral meds, but important for the treatment. Okay, that's all I have for this week. This week is kind of an off week as far as Henry Ford is concerned, because they took all that information, all those consent forms, all that preliminary data, etc. over the past couple of weeks and submitted that to my insurance on July 23rd. Now they have this week and early part of next week to review that with them if they have any questions on the stem cell procedure, the transplant as it pertains to me, so that gives them time to iron out any questions that the insurance might have and get that approved, obviously, is what we want. So just to prelude a little bit for next week, the procedures now start. The first ones that will come up will be the stem cell collection procedures. On Friday, I go for the stem cell implant, the catheter, and starting on Thursday going through Sunday, those GCSF injections, building up to that Mozobel, which is a super GCSF on Sunday, and then the following Monday, we report in for the actual stem cell collection. So the procedure for the stem cell transplant is starting. So any questions you have and comments below, please, as usual, We'll talk to you next week. Ciao.